And no one's going to blame him for it because everyone knew this was an issue, and the Astros
Yeah.
still put him out there. This is not a player issue. This is it's a distribution of your talent issue, and
Yeah.
and we know this is a problem. They're still trying it, and you can look to. And I won't even blame Joe Espada. This is, I think, an executive suite decision, and that's why Altuve's out there. Welcome to the show. And this show started a little less than a year ago. I think it was late February last year. And we asked a question, maybe the first big question of the show. And I think it's appropriate to look back to it considering we're on the verge of Astros spring training beginning again. They will begin, I believe, tomorrow. We asked the question, how many games would Sean and I watch? I think I put my number at 100. We talked about probably not watching Friday games. I mean, we won't have to talk about the game the next day. It's Friday night. Why do I have to watch the
There's
Astros?
going to be 2 games afterwards
Yeah.
that we're probably going to talk about more anyway.
Yeah. Do I set my number at 100? I don't remember what you said, Sean, for your number.
No chance that I remember A, what number I said, or B, what number I watched.
And I remember my number. I don't remember how many I watched, but I can tell you I didn't make it to 100. I don't think so. Not full games. I might have seen a bit here. And full games, I'm not saying watch every pitch, but you get the majority of the game.
Yeah.
Maybe you see the fine out. Whatever your
I
classification.
I spent a lot of time with the games on as I did something else. And just kind of
happened.
listening in.
That happened. A lot of Astro games were on second screen, mostly because I have YouTube TV. Actually, for the most part, because I have YouTube TV.
Yeah,
I could not watch the game, so I had to find other ways to watch it. And most of that happened on my laptop, unless there was a nationally televised game. I don't think I got to 100. The goal is 100 again. We'll see. We'll see about that. The Fridays are still probably going to be a no-go. I can guarantee that right now. Unless they give me a lot of Friday afternoon games, which seems unlikely. Not great for business to do that.
No, I don't see why they would.
No. So unless they're thinking about me,
it's like the one
and
time
scheduling the games,
yeah,
and specifically for me, then it's not going to happen.
Yeah. No. I do wonder. I wonder if them slowing the slow start that they had last year, and slow start's actually very nice. When they were awful for the first
terrible.
6 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
I wonder if I don't know if I think that made me watch less because a lot of times they would just be down 6-0 in the first inning. Like there would just be a blow up by Jake Bloss. Actually, no, not Jake Bloss. Blair Henley. There'd be Blair Henley, although they won that game. There's a Hunter Brown Kansas City one that I remember.
He was cooked.
Yeah, it was literally the Grandpa Simpson meme of me walking in, looking at the score and just walking out.
right back out.
So I don't know how that affected it. I honestly think Altuve in left field will get me to watch. Like any game that Altuve's in left field.
Yeah, when
unless I have specific plans, I will be watching that game.
I normally don't wait with bated breath for either McTaggart to tweet out the lineup or Jeremy Branham to quote tweet it and say what's wrong with Espada's lineup. I will be locked in. When you give me Altuve and left, I may even watch a Friday night game.
Exactly.
Just because I need to see, particularly if he's not at home and he's in a different environment. It's must see for all the wrong reasons for us, but it's must see if he's out there trying to figure out how to traverse left field in a ballpark he's not familiar with, which will be all of them as far as left field is concerned. Yeah. But I got to be there for that. So the Astros have provided a reason for me to watch, and that goes to the top of the list because I think they're going to be pretty good. We talked about how the odds, at least on FanGraph, for winning the division, pretty tight between them, the Rangers, and the Mariners. The tightest FanGraph has had since they started doing this. The projection, each team has right around a 30% chance of winning the division. The Astros actually are the third favorite in the division if we go by FanGraph. But so they're going to be okay, pretty good, challenging for the division. But the Altuve part of this is what I'm looking for. I gotta say thank you.
It's
I'll,
like
I'll say thank you for this particular pull to the season.
it's like if they came out before a game and they're like, you know what? Lamar Jackson's going to play wide receiver this game. You're like, wait, what?
So Bill Polian's running the Ravens.
I know,
now?
right? Maybe not. Josh Allen's going to play
Yeah,
wide receiver.
sure.
You'd just be like, I have to see what happens. Like,
They,
what
they're
what
going to
does that
start
look like?
Mitch Trubisky and they only do it for like a Thursday night game to get interest.
Yeah.
It's the Thursday night game that no one wants to play. Bills versus Jets. Mitch Trubisky's playing quarterback today. Josh Allen's an H-back, wide receiver type, and we're just going to see how this goes.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it feels like. Yeah, he's a pretty good second baseman. In fact, the best player you've ever had. Put him out in left and see how it goes. I want it to go well for the Astros' sake, but there's a part of me that's like, can they win games and he's kind of a disaster out there on occasion?
I think the best is that it is normally like it all comes out in the wash as like
Sure.
average below, like slightly below average, but there's like at least two just hilarious plays.
Yeah.
Just two.
I don't want him to like
Where he jumps at the wall and he's like not even
Yeah, I
close
don't
because
really
he's
want
so tiny.
I don't want I don't want him to fall on his face because in the world of viral videos, Altuve falling on his face in left field will be a thing opposing fan bases use, and I don't want to see that. But he misplays a ball because, as you made that sound effect, he's just too small to get it. Okay, that's expected. That happens.
Or- yeah.
Sure, he misplays a ball in that fashion. I'm okay with that.
Even like there's a sack fly and he has to throw it home and just he has to hit the cutoff man.
And no one's going to blame him for it because everyone knew this was an issue, and the Astros still put him out there. This is not a player issue. This is it's a distribution of your talent issue, and and we know this is a problem. They're still trying it, and you can look to. And I won't even blame Joe Espada. This is, I think, an executive suite decision, and that's why Altuve's out there. But we'll see him shortly. I mean, he'll be taking fly balls in left field. He's already doing that. We've seen the videos of him at Minute Maid. Now, starting tomorrow, I guess he'll split duty between taking ground balls and taking fly balls out in left field as the Astros will get it going starting tomorrow. So